Guys, good morning. Welcome to Sunday Youth. Thanks so much for joining us today on this really beautiful day, actually. I have a topic in mind I would like to talk to you guys about today, and it stems from December 25th. I was downtown helping out at the River of Life with Pastor Joyce and Monica and the gang, and I was working on the front desk. So people had registered downtown and they came to pick up some nice warm food, a Christmas dinner, delicious Christmas dinner, and some gifts and some things that folks had donated. And I was working on the registration desk, so when they came in the front door, my job was to welcome them and say hi and wish them Merry Christmas, of course, and get their name and check it against the list. And if they were on the list, if they weren't on the list, no one wasn't invited inside. And it really struck me that day that the thing that those people that day identified with, was their name. You know, each one of them had a first name, each person entering had a last name. And I got to thinking, man, you know what? I have a first name and I have a last name too. And that's exactly how I identify. If someone asks me who I am, usually I start with my name. Most of the time I start with my name. That's my identity. And I was thinking, man, you know what? That is a similarity between myself and the folks that came that day to the River of Life. It was our identity. And then I got thinking, you know, I may have things that they don't have. By circumstance or whatever, I've acquired things that they don't have. But what we do have that makes us exactly the same is that we have a name, we have an identity. And then further to that, I was thinking, well, you know what? God identifies us by our name. He doesn't see a difference between the folks that came in that day into the River of Life and me, for that matter. We're all human, we all have a name, we all have an identity, and we are all known to Him. He knows us by our name. And that brought tears to my eyes, actually. I got thinking, wow, that's such a fantastic thing to think that God knows us each by our name. And then I got to thinking it was Christmas Day, and I got to thinking about the stuff under the tree, and the fact that as a family we were going to open gifts later on that evening. And I got to thinking about contentment. I'm wondering today if you guys know what contentment means. Well, contentment basically means to be satisfied with what you have. Satisfied with the clothes we have, satisfied with the place we live in. I was driving to this location this morning and thinking, there are people who are gonna wake up and go and look outside and go, oh man, it's snowing again. How dare it in the middle of winter? How dare it snow? I hate snow. And then you've got people in the summertime who will tell you, man, it's so hot. I hate hot. Why can't it be cooler? Why can't it be colder? They're the same dudes that just 6 months ago were complaining about the snow. You and I are, by nature, I don't think, content people. You know, I was also thinking this morning, you might think, wow, Steve does a lot of thinking. Well, I actually do. But I was thinking this morning as I was driving here of my daughter, Stephanie, when she was 2 years old. Under 2, actually. When she was under 2, there was a crest in a hill as we came from our place out in the outskirts of Sudbury, and as we came over the crest in this hill, Stephanie always sat up in the back seat and always said, "McDonald's, McDonald's, fries, fries." She was so excited. Until that point, she was fully content in her ride, fully happy in her ride as we went along, until she saw the big yellow M for McDonald's and knew that fries were attached to that McDonald's, even if we weren't going there. And 9 times out of 10, we weren't going there. But she became discontented in her ride, not content with what she had, which was fine. Even if she was eating something at the time, crackers or something, she became immediately discontented. You know, for a lot of years now, ever since I used my first Apple product, I have become an Apple fanboy, as my son calls me. "Dad, you're such a fanboy. Dad, the new watch is coming out, or the new iPhone is coming out." And I am reading a book right now about the founder of Apple, Steve Jobs, and that whole company is based on people being discontent with what they have. It's sad, but it's absolutely true. Discontented with what they have. Man, the iPhone, did you notice that the iPhone 10 came out, and then like 2 minutes later, they announced the iPhone 11, the iPhone 11 Pro, and the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and then 5 seconds later, they said, "Oh, the iPhone 12 is just around the corner. You're gonna want the iPhone 12." I'm like, what? I've got iPhone fatigue. I am, wait a second. I'm now in a place where I could become discontented with my iPhone 7 that I'm shooting on right now, actually. But I could easily become discontented with my iPhone 7, and I thought, wow, how easily you and I, as humans, become discontented with our situation in life, with what we have in life, with where we live, with our clothes, with later on in life, with the car you drive, with maybe it becomes an education thing. You need more and more education because you're not content. Maybe it's the neighbor has a bigger house, so that makes you not content with the house that you have. Maybe it's the neighbor or a relative has a car, a newer car. I'm not one to talk about that too much. I drive a pretty nice car, only a couple of years old, and I got that because of necessity. My other one broke, so I got a new car. But there are lots of things in life to make us discontent. We want more, we want better. Marketing is all about that. You know, in our house the other day, we didn't know that we wanted McDonald's. We didn't know that we needed a burger from Harvey's until we got coupons in the mail. Of course, that's what it's all about. It's to marketing, for the most part, can make us discontented with what we have. Guys, girls, we've got to be really careful. Our Bible tells us that we need to be content, actually, with what we have. Our Bible tells us that if you and I are believers in Jesus Christ, if you and I have Him as our Savior, we are kids of the King. We are royalty.
Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. How would they know?
So you and I, as children of the King, as in God's family, have everything that we need. Everything that we need. We are royalty. We are kids of the King. I can hardly talk because my mind is so mind blown by that. It's so messed up to think that the God of the universe, the God of heaven, loves us so much. He's brought us into his family. If that's not something to be content with, I have no idea what is. I am content in that fact. And if you and I can rest in that verse, if we can be content in that verse, do you know how much our life will change? How happy we will be if we see everything else that we are blessed with in life as being a bonus and not being something that we need to get more of or something better of. But if we're just content, if we're satisfied, our lives will be so much more peaceful, so much more calm.